And we are back in the building, mofos. I can say that because, I learned something. If you want to get monetized by YouTube, you got to be frugal about the words that you use within the first couple minutes. Okay, so rewind, cut that out. We're back, though. It's 2026, the Middleman Podcast, the podcast of the year of 2025. 4D Electricity Music Conference is back, baby. And it's been a long 3 months since we have recorded episode 150, which took place at the Loft with a live crowd, a live audience. You guys were all great who joined me there. So thank you for my team for putting on a great episode there, for executing it as the way they did, for the people being there, partaking in the event. And then after we celebrated, we had a fantastic time. And it was just time for me to shut my doors for a minute, just take me time. You work so hard all year long. We've accomplished so much, right, Michael? Throughout the year, we accomplished so much. We've got William Snakespeare here today, captured on episode 62 of the Middleman Podcast. Yep. And here we are 2 years later.
Yeah. I can't believe it's been 2 years already, man. Time flies.
It really does, bro. It really does. And, we've achieved milestones here on this platform, man. And I am extremely blessed to have you back because I'm just looking around in the room right now and you guys can't see what the going on, but damn it, I just ruined my monetization. There we go. You guys don't know what's going on, but let me just tell you, it is completely stellar, man. So I'm stoked you're here. Before we get into it, just want to address my followers, my people who have been supporting me in this time that I haven't been recording. We've been doing all sorts of things. We've been executing vlogs that people are really enjoying. We've done the SBR vlogs. We've done a burger challenge. We've done a studio session. We've done a 107.5 The Diamond interview. Guys, check that out. That was another interview that I was able to join and speak on my part rather than being the host. I was a guest.
Yeah, nice.
So that was great. We've received the Pinnacle Award from the NEPA Fashion Week. Atmosphere has received that. My brothers, Mikey and Mr. Drew, we've accomplished something and we got the Pinnacle Award. We were able to redo the wall a little bit. We centered the Middleman Podcast sign. That's big. Okay, that's big. The M fell off, okay? I just got that sign back, but it's okay. Is it an M for the middleman or is it a W for Wumbo? You, me, he, she, Wumbo, Wumbology, the study of Wumbo, But yeah, no, we've been doing that. I became a content creator, brand ambassador for Camelback.
Exciting, man. Some exciting stuff.
Extremely exciting, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's kind of insane that they're posting my content and they're tagging me in it. And it's like, dude, that's only going to propel Kevin Martinez ahead, right?
100%,
it's just going to put
absolutely.
a lot more, it's going to put me in front of a lot more people.
A lot more viewers, a lot more people, yeah.
And for that to just intertwine with my life, the excitement of being the internet personality that I am, this is real through and through, and it's just amazing. So thank you guys for a fantastic 2025. We had a stellar year. We achieved many milestones. Our growth is continuous. And so here we are in 2026, ready for one hell of a show. So let me reintroduce him one more time. Please welcome to the show, my man, William Snakespeare, bro. Welcome back, man.
What's going on, baby? How are you?
Nothing much, man. I'm doing great. You look great. You look fit, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
The hair is great. The mustache is strong.
Yeah, it is. The mustache is strong. That's for sure.
The mustache is strong with this one, man. Where have you been?
So I got off social media probably about like 2 or 3 years ago. Kind of took work. I kind of dove into work a little bit more. Me and my buddy, we started our own business. We do construction like flooring and tile, and
yes,
it's picked up. We stay busy, and I still have some animals, but as you grow up, you know what I mean? You got to make decisions, and I didn't have the time to be able to put towards, you remember, I had close to 60, 70 snakes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can imagine it's a lot of mouths to feed. It's a lot of time cleaning. So I slimmed my collection down. I keep a couple of rare and cooler things.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, I've been doing a lot of traveling. National parks has been my big thing. I've been out to, last year I was in Arizona, Maine. A couple of months ago, I was out in Washington State. Been doing that, getting out in nature. And, I still keep up with the animals. I still travel around. I hang out with people that are still doing it. I try to stay active in the community a little bit, you know what I mean? Going to shows and stuff. But, I taken the last few years like you took. You took a little break for yourself to enjoy life, and took a little break for myself and got a little bit centered up. You know what I mean?
Good, man. I mean, I will say, like, just seeing you right now, you definitely seem in a better headspace, than what we were back in the day. Not saying that you were in a bad headspace. You were wild. I mean, you still are a little bit crazy in the head.
Yeah, but I've simmered down a bit. I used to be a wild child. No, that's right.
I knew you were doing good for yourself. You want to know why? Because I asked you what Arizona iced tea you wanted, right? For tea time. And he goes, do they have any sugar-free? He said, do they have any sugar-free Arizonas? And yes, we were able to get you a diet green tea, man. So
and I appreciate that.
You've been traveling, man. I know the last time I saw you or even interacted with you was at the Reptile Expo over there at the Radisson that we had talked about in episode 62.
Yes.
And that was one hell of an experience, man. Just how comfortable the enthusiasts are.
Oh, yeah.
With these animals around their necks, around their arms, fucking just walking around with this snake, that snake, whatever, a dragon of some sort, and you were there doing your thing, man, with your partner. And how was that day for you guys?
It's an exciting day. Any day, no matter what hobby you're in or what you're doing, when you're surrounded with like-minded people and you could really get down, whether it be sports or cars or animals, like, it's always an exciting day, something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And, as usual, we had a great day. You got to see some friends you haven't seen in a while, see some cool animals, bring a couple of cool animals home. It's exciting. It's always an exciting time for something like that.
Are you still partaking in Reptile Expos as a vendor or more so just as an attendee?
Not vending now. I'll go down there, I'll hang out, I'll see my friends, you know what I mean? And then maybe occasionally if they got something cool, something that maybe doesn't come around often, maybe I might take that for myself. But as far as selling animals and stuff like that, don't have the time for it anymore,
So you got into flooring and
so I was always into flooring.
Okay.
And
what a tough field. I could just dude, I mean, I commend you guys.
Yeah, it sucks. It's tough. I mean, I've always done flooring and tile work, but that's working for other companies. You get paid by the hour and stuff like that. But I thought to myself, if everybody else could do it, why can't I?
Mm-hmm.
So started picking up some projects on the side, and then like one thing led to another, and now, we're getting some pretty solid, big deal projects.
You want to plug your business here? You want to?
Yeah, I mean, MW Flooring. I'm W. M's over there off camera, but anything that goes down on the floor, whether it be epoxy, tile, hardwood, you name it, we do it, and we do a pretty good job at it.
MW Flooring. That's how we do that, man. That's how we do that. Congratulations, man. To start your own business, especially in the trade industry. I'm an HVAC technician still. Yeah. And I don't have the same mindset as you, I guess I would say. Like, I don't mind where I'm at. I'm where I'm at. I like being, I don't like being an employee, right? We all want to be our own boss, and that's why we do what we do to, make our lives a little bit better. But like, just where I'm at right now and the way I feel about my industry and my job, I'm just like, this isn't what I want to do for the rest of my life.
No.
But a lot of people have asked me, would you start your own business? And I'm just like, it's a headache, man.
Oh, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of anxiety, long nights, and at the end of the day, everything falls on your back if something goes wrong. I mean, it is tough, you know what I mean? But
what are some of the benefits that starting your business has allowed for you as a person,
The biggest thing for me, I would say, is probably being able to create my own schedule. Like I said, I like to travel. I like to be able to do what I want. And in that aspect, I think having a nice work-home life balance, I think that's important.
Yes.
No one wants to, slave their life away. And then
some people do.
You can't pay for memories. You know what I mean? Memories are whatever. So that's probably the biggest thing. It's being able to do what you want. You don't have to miss anything important or anything important to you, I should say.
Yeah, I hear that. So you've been doing traveling. Talk to me about some of these traveling ventures. You said, where was it? National
parks.
National parks. Like
one of the coolest trips I took recently. So I went to Arizona. And I was down there for about a week now. When we left, it was in February. And
may I ask what brought you there?
Well, I just wanted warm weather.
Okay.
I wanted to go somewhere warm. Respect. So I was like, where is it warmer than Arizona? So, I get an Airbnb and I go to Arizona and I stay in Flagstaff. All right. Flagstaff is one of the most elevated cities in the United States.
Oh.
So the day I show up to Arizona for warm weather, snowstorm.
No way.
Blizzard. Terrible. Covers everything. Everything's covered in snow. And I made the best out of it. I went out, I got some hot chocolate. I went back, I was hanging out. And
that's kind of a big fuck up, dude. How'd you pull that one off?
It went right. But now, so the thing is with Flagstaff, when you drive out of there, you're only 15, 20 minutes away from being at a lower elevation. When you drive into Flagstaff, you're driving all uphill and you're on the side of a cliff. And it's neat. It's cool to see. It's a little sketchy. I didn't like it because I'm in the right lane. There's no guardrail and I'm looking over and I'm like, yeah, this shouldn't be here like that.
Wow.
But, you drive like 15, 20 minutes out and then bang, all of a sudden again, it's 90 degrees, you know? So wasn't that big of a deal, but some of the cool things I did out in Arizona, I should be sponsored by Arizona. I love Arizona so much. There's a lot of cool things I was able to do. And like, I was only out there for like 6 days. I got to see where this meteorite crashed, which was insane. It was just, it's a big hole. I guess it's not that insane, but it's cool that so I went there. I also went to an observatory where they discovered Pluto.
Awesome. Yeah.
Which was sick, and you walk through there. They had the telescope set up there. And
I feel like those are like overlooked in society. Observatories.
Oh God, yeah. They're so cool.
They're elegant.
I love the stars.
Yeah.
Love stars. Love staring at stars. There's a spot out in Pennsylvania called Cherry Springs.
Okay.
No light pollution. You're not allowed to have fires, no lights, no nothing up there. And it's one of the best spots in the United States to go stargazing. You have to put your name in, and if you win the lottery, then you get to pay to go. So it's luck if you get to pay. Yeah.
Wow.
But it's neat.
Unique.
But also while we were out there was this place called, one of my buddies works there that I met on TikTok. Mm-hmm. It's called Bearzona.
Okay.
And basically it's like a drive-through safari. So when you're driving through, you have bears on the left and right of you. They'll walk right up to your car. And if you type in Bearzona on TikTok, you'll see videos of them like fucking up car. Oh, sorry. Of them ripping, them ripping bumpers off of cars and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, that was real cool.
Grizzly bears.
No, the grizzly bear, black bears. They did have grizzly bears there. You weren't allowed to drive anywhere near those suckers.
I believe that.
They had some goats, which were pretty neat. Wolves, you got to drive through an enclosure with a bunch of wolves. And you don't have to leave the car at all. And that was a really neat part of the trip was, getting up and close with those.
Yeah.
It's a little, your heart beats a little bit.
How close were you to a bear?
Oh, right. Like just a piece of glass.
Really?
Car window. If I rolled down the window, I could have scratched its head. Yeah. Window stayed up and locked.
What type of car were you in? I think this is an important detail.
This is my favorite part of the story. Originally, I was renting a Tesla when I went out to Arizona.
Okay.
I thought it was sleek. It was cool. And then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, you're going to be hiking at the Grand Canyon. You're going to be, I don't know what. You probably don't want a Tesla. You don't want to get it dirty or have to pay the fee of cleaning and stuff. So I went with my next favorite option. I got a Chrysler Pacifica. It's a minivan.
Okay, yeah. I know exactly.
It is a rocket ship. It is my favorite car in the world now. I want a Chrysler. That thing has balls on it. You hit the gas and you're going, and it's my favorite car now.
This is a hot take.
Even driving, even just sitting in the driver's seat, it was like a cockpit to a plane. Everything was within reach for you. Everything was smooth. The car almost drove itself.
Really?
I'll tell you what, after I get rid of that Wrangler out there, Chrysler Pacifica all day.
That's you're getting rid of it. What's wrong with it?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. Other than that, it's a Jeep, man. You don't want one of those. No.
I know, man. It's fucking gorgeous, so I'll tell you that,
Yeah,
man. It really fits a safari vibe. You know what I mean? Oh, man. So, Bearzona, that's badass, man. I would love to see some of these clips that you have, maybe even going up that hill, because that sounds.
Yeah, no, dude, it was real sketchy.
This was you solo trip, met a friend at TikTok from TikTok.
I went with a friend. We're not friends anymore.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we had a great time out there. It was a good time.
Nice. Where else have you traveled that may have brought you closer to nature? I know you had spoken to you about a brother who is in the Florida part, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And you had mentioned you were close with him, or I don't know if you went out there. I think you did say you went out there. Right?
I've been to Florida. I've been to Florida a few times going out there. My next trip down to Florida is hopefully going to be either the end of this month or early February. I'm friends with the girl out there. Her name is Safari Sam.
Okay.
And she does like big cat stuff and things like that. And she's way crazier than I am. I mean, I'll pick up a venomous snake or something. I can move them around with my hands. She'll jump right into an enclosure with 400-pound lion.
Jeez.
Pat its belly. She's played with leopards and pumas and all that cool stuff. But I want to go down and take a visit, see, I believe the facility is called Single Vision Inc. So that'll be my next trip down to Florida, is to go see some big cats and cooler stuff. And then just to go through the Everglades. The Everglades, I didn't know this until recently, but the Everglades is actually a national park too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was just a big swamp. But
a bunch of alligators and everything in there, man. Yeah,
they got it all, man. But
they do. Snakes.
That's the next plan. That's the next plan, is to go down there. And then, I mean, other national parks like Glacier is another slept-on national park.
Where's Glacier's at?
Glacier's in Montana.
Okay.
And it's a lot of beautiful mountains. But the big thing, they have a lot of lakes on mountains.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
And they call it Glacier National Park, obviously, because a big glacier ripped through there. But it's a stunning national park. It's just getting out to Montana. You know, there's not a ton of flights going out there, so it gets a little pricey.
I haven't even. Yeah, where is Montana?
Middle. It's like the middle, up north in the middle of the state.
Gotcha, man. So, have you? Did you do anything with a big cat? You know, anything like that since the last time we spoke?
The last time I ever had any like real interactions with big cats, like on that level, is Doc Animals facility down in South Carolina. That was a trip going down there. You know, I don't remember how much I told on Tea Time. That's why I wanted to watch the video, because I didn't want to accidentally.
Yeah. No, bring it up, man.
Being down there, I know
you had mentioned you were in the mansion. Something about ringing a fucking bell. Elephants came out.
The elephants were down there. We stayed in the guest house that like the Kardashians stayed out. I want to plug my buddy because he's real popular on social media, but I also don't want to put all of his info out there, but whatever, I'll tell my part. You know, when we were down there before we got to take the first tour, it was pretty cool because, you know, I'm a fun guy, so I had had some psychedelic mushrooms, and you know, if you're gonna go play with elephants and things like that, you're gonna wanna experience it to that. So anyway, we ate some mushrooms, and I'll tell you what, it was probably top 5, and I like to think I've had some cool experiences. Probably top 5 coolest experience I've ever had was, you know, being on that level and then walking up to an elephant and like just looking that thing in the eyes and thinking like, what does this thing think of me? You know, a lot of weird stuff like that. But you know, I also, while we were down there, we had a fire. Now chimps scare me. I'm cool with big cats. I'm cool with wolves. I'm cool with reptiles. I'm cool with that stuff. Chimpanzees, they're a different animal. Yeah, you know, they're scary. The first time I was ever around one, you know, my buddy looks at me and he's like, "No, don't smile." I said, "Don't smile." He's like, "Yeah, keep your lips shut." I was like, "What are you talking about?" and he's like, "Yeah, if they see your teeth, like, you know, that's a sign of aggression in the chimp world." If he didn't tell me that, I would have walked up to the chimp like, "Hey, buddy, hey, how are you?" Like trying to be cute, and got my face mauled. But anyway, so when we were down there, we had a nice little fire, and you know, I got to roast hot dogs with chimpanzees.
That's crazy.
Well, I had marshmallows. They had hot dogs. They're obviously, but that was a real cool experience. You know, I'm sitting right next to it. I think it's on his Instagram page somewhere, Docs, but that was a pretty cool experience.
Let me ask you this. You know, what made you take the step back from the social media world? You know, because I know we had talked last, and, you know, we had talked about how you're a free handler, and, you know, some, depending on how, you know, sometimes you get backlash from it. Sometimes it was just kind of, you know, what made you want to pull the plug on the social media aspect of everything? I mean, I understand that you may not be, you know, contained with as many species as you had in the past, but you still have a handful and a wide selection, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, it wasn't really one thing in particular. Life just got kind of busy, I'd say. You know, growing up, you know, I got my own place. You know, I had to spend a little bit more time at work. Bills start adding up. And it's like another reason why it'd be nice to own your own business is because, you know, while there's a lot more risk, there also is a lot more reward. And then on top of that too, you know, while I'm still young, the animals will always be there, right? They're unless laws change or something happens, but I don't know, laws are stupid, so I wouldn't break them anyway if they made them venomous snakes illegal. I don't care. I'll say it. But you know, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of effort, even with social media. I'm sure you know it does. It eats up a good chunk of your life.
It does.
And
tremendously.
Trying to balance out what I wanted, you know, it was tough, but I'm young. I want to travel. I want to make a lot of money now, you know, and then, you know, who knows, maybe 30, maybe when I'm 35, 40, 45, 50, you know, maybe as I get older, I could always go back to it. I still have, you know, people I could go down and experience it with them. While I might not have them in my possession. Oh, we're talking about social media. The same deal though applies though. Maybe I'll get back into it one day, but right now it's just my time is so occupied. I have so many interests and I have so many things I want to do. And it's not that I didn't love social media. It's just I love other things more. I have like, I started tattooing.
Really?
You know, yeah,
No shit,
not
man.
on people, not on people. I'm not tattooing.
Well, you
nobody. But you know, I got these little things called fake skins, and I've been practicing tattooing for a year now. I put some on my thigh, you know, and I started going fishing a lot now. I got really big into fishing, not just, you know, just going to the lake and cat, but like really getting into it. And like I always have a side quest going on. Social media it was a side quest that I was on like for a little bit, and then I found a new fixation. And I'm sure I'll have it right now. My fixation is traveling in national parks. I'm sure in 6 weeks, I'm going to have some other fixation, whatever it may be. You know?
Jet skiing,
yeah,
surfing,
it might be.
You know,
or if the skiing works out, I might become a big ski guy next.
Come with me, bro. We out, man.
I'll hold you to that.
I'm all for it, dog.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. You're a skier, so you'll be faster than I am, but
oh, not yet.
I'll just look cooler than you.
I'll need to practice a little bit before that.
I'll look cooler than you, man. So where else do you want to travel? Maybe on a worldwide aspect. You know?
For sure. Yeah. So
experience like a park or something.
There's a lot of places that I really don't have an interest in going.
Okay.
Like I don't really care to go to Europe. Not saying Europe's not cool, but it's like I don't want to go to. It's like just like a knockoff America. All right, that might sound the wrong way, but
America's a knockoff. But
anyway,
America, fuck yeah.
But yeah, no, I don't want to go to Europe. I feel like I could see relatively similar stuff. I'd like to see Japan.
Okay.
I think Japan's really, really neat. I think it's very different. I heard it's beautiful out there. And like one of my big things about Japan is that like no matter what job anyone does out there, everyone takes pride in their work. So even if you go to like a street vendor who's making food in his cart, that cart is immaculate. You know, even if that guy, whether he be a plumber or an art, whatever they do, they always take their jobs very serious. So I'd like to see that culture as well as, you know, the wildlife they have out there. I'd love to go to Australia. You know, I want to get down in the outback with the boys.
Go to Australia, man, Australia.
But
dude, the things you'd encounter, I think you're built for it. Me personally, I'd be fucking shook.
Hey, like that's why you stay more in like the party aspect.
Dude, like 75% of Australia hasn't been explored.
Yeah, oh, really? See, I didn't know that.
Dude, like the whole other half of Australia besides the city is like village, you know, tribes. Like it's not people don't go out there.
Yeah.
Because
I'd want to go out there.
It's the land of unknown, you know? It's I don't know what creatures you're gonna you remember like those Animal Planet shows, like Lost Tapes, where they would be like a creature or whatever or something. You know, there's a story about a giant worm out there that comes through and it comes up from the sand. And no, man, I hear that like 75% of Australia just isn't inhabited. Like it really is just that kind of corner, and everything else is just like.
Well, I know there's like a lot of like untouched native tribes out there.
Yeah,
I'll keep my distance. I'll watch from afar.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, I'd like to go out there. I'd like to explore some of that 75% unexplored. I think that would be neat.
Yeah. Don't hold me to the 75%. I'm just
I got you. Costa Rica, I think would be cool.
Nice.
I'd like to go down there. I really would like to go to Africa too. I don't know how feasible that is. I don't know how safe it is out there, but my buddy does a tour down there. He goes and they go through like the Serengeti and stuff like that. That would be pretty neat. But yeah, for the most part, it's like I don't have the same typical travel destinations as most people, you know.
Yeah. Have you been working with owls a lot lately at all?
I would, dude. If I was working with owls, man, I would be on social media for it again. If I had a bunch of owls, they're cool. No work with owls, though.
If you look behind you, there's actually a little bearing piece on that middle shelf there. Do you see a little owl on that middle shelf right behind you? On that black shelf right there? I meant to bring that out and I forgot. I just bought that at the American Dream Mall, and it's just like bearings and stuff. Like it's all really unique metal, and it's an owl. And I picked it up, so I was like,
no, that's sick.
Because I remember that your owl was one of your favorite animals there, man. So
yes, it is.
No, man, that's awesome, man. It sounds like you've really had a great, just finding yourself and experiencing this national world out there.
Yeah.
You're really having an appreciation for nature, being in nature, you know, and just experiencing all these different things, bro. And I'm excited for what the hell we got going on, man, because there wasn't a hook here last time. And I remember when you told me, you said, if I'm in a room and I have a hook, you should probably have a hook. And so there's just one hook is all I gotta say, So let's kind of should we talk about it or should we just get into it?
Let's just get into it. Let's just start pulling some animals out.
All right, guys, we got William Snakespeare in the house. This is the most extreme. Like, I was nervous even doing this, man, because yeah.
That's a silly question. Can I drink the drink?
Well, we usually do it at tea time. But you know what? We're going to get into tea time. We're going to get into tea time before we get into these animals here, guys. This is the first tea time session. Tea time has changed since the last time we've been on the show. We have converted it into a teapot here, and there are questions within this pot that I may have written or I haven't written, and people in my circle, previous guests, I'll ask you when you're done to put a question in here, or even you, Mike, if you want to put one in here for me as well. Basically, it is a random question of the day. So you're just going to pull it out, pass me the piece of paper. We're going to read it. I don't know what it is. It could be something serious. It could be something silly. It could be, what's better, jelly or jam? Do you put your left sock on and then your right sock? It could be any type of question like that. So before we get into all the excitement, we're going to get tea time taken care of right out of the way. So please, for the first tea time session of the year, here we go. There's only 2 questions in here. I need to fill it up. But, well, if you would, just pick a piece of paper and then pass me the paper. And we will get right into tea time, not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. You got it? All right. Let's see what the question says. And the first tea time question of 2026 of the Middleman Podcast, here we go, is oh, wait, hold on. I thought that was going to fall. Let me tell you something real quick. Let me tell you all something real quick. This right here, all it is hanging on by a thread, okay? Like, it is so janky. Like, it's really hard to drill in a brick. I don't think I'm doing it right. But here we go. Tea time. Not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Michael, I got you the Rizzler there, the Riz Berry. First time experience having it. Please tell me what your thoughts are.
I mean, it tastes pretty good, but it shocked me because it's carbonated.
Oh, it is?
It's a carbonated Arizona. Yeah.
Dude.
I thought you gave me an energy drink. And I was like,
I didn't know it was carbonated. My apologies.
No, you're cool. But
I mean, look at the can, though.
I was like, yo, what is it? Yeah, I know. He's literally on it, like his whole face.
Yeah, man. And I'll tell you what, man.
He got Arizona. Like, he got the sponsorship, bro.
He got the sponsorship before me. Yeah, you're right. But I'll tell you something, man. I don't think I'm going to drink this.
Why? Is there dirt on it?
I don't know what the fuck that is. Do you see that on my pointer finger?
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know. It's a little slimy. Anyway, it tasted weird too. Well, that's unfortunate. This tea time session is odd. Here we go. The tea time question of the day.
No, Arizona's good,
Yeah, Arizona's great. I love it. Great. If you had to start your life over with only the knowledge you have now, what would you do differently? That's such a deep-ass question, bro.
Ooh.
But the tea time question of the day is, if you had to start your life over with the knowledge you know now, what would you have done differently?
I would have, when my parents gave me a piece of advice, I would follow it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And as a kid, it's hard enough as a kid to listen to when you're told to do something. But looking back on it now, it's like your parents they would never knowingly give you a bad piece of advice. So whatever they said to do, there was a reason behind it, even if they weren't able to articulate how or why. But going back, it probably would have been less thinking I knew everything and just being like, these people are obviously here to help me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Can you like pinpoint a certain scenario where you kind of wish that you listened to them?
No, I can't think of a situation in particular. Just an overall sense of just little things. You know what I mean? Saving money when you were a kid. It's like one instance, my dad's like, "Oh, don't buy that BB gun." He's like, "You're either not going to use it, you'll something silly." And it's, I was like 12 years old. I had $40. I was like, obviously, little things like that. Because sure enough, within a week, I was taking it apart and breaking it and shit anyway. But little things like that, I'd say.
I hear you. That's a great point. Something that I would do differently knowing what life is now. I know this is going to sound, I don't even know if I want to say it on camera. I'm going to say it on camera. I've always said, I think I should have went to Allentown instead of Scranton.
You think?
But it's hard for me to say that because I've been so gracious of what I've been able to achieve here in Scranton, but I think part of me would have went to Allentown instead of Scranton. All right. So that's just one little thing, something minor, but that's something I probably would have changed. And also I think just like my career choice and where I'm at now, I don't mind it, but it's like, no, fuck that. I take that back. I like my career choice. I don't know, man. These are always some tough questions for me for some reason, like those real in-depth ones. What would I do differently? I don't like to think about that because I like to think that the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because I was placed to be here exactly how it is supposed to go.
Yeah.
I would say do that passport thing, the traveling thing, man. I'm 27 years old and I haven't been out of the country, and
in my opinion, man, I'll tell you what, if it's the one thing that, traveling around and seeing the world and seeing different landscapes and environments, the national park trips are way more than just the national park.
Yeah.
Not just going there. You're in a different city, you're in a different town, you meet new people in different areas have different vibes, they have different stories. And I think it's important to talk, and especially nowadays with, us having our phones.
Yes.
We stay in touch with the same 5 people, and occasionally, if you're in a hobby, you can meet new people and everything. But, if you take a trip and then even if you just go to the local pub after you're done hiking and you just chalk up a conversation with somebody there, you could see like just how different everybody is and how people think differently. You could see the way towns are set up. And I think it's really important to get out of your area, to go anywhere and just take in the world. It's too short. You can't take in the world on your phone scrolling.
Yeah.
And while you're young is the time when you're going to.
I agree, man. I hear exactly what you're saying because it's like, the whole culture aspect of it. I think it's always very unique how different cities, different towns, like they call, like, how about, I think in Chicago, like they don't put ketchup on their hot dogs. That's just not a thing.
So I'm sorry, where do you say Chicago?
I think it's Chicago.
When I was out in Washington, I went to Seattle. Speaking of hot dogs, they put sour cream.
I heard,
or not sour cream. I'm sorry, cream cheese. They put cream cheese on their hot dogs.
Hold on, are we on to something here?
No, listen.
We tried.
I did. Well, my one buddy was saying, he's like, while we're out there, he's like, I just want to try a Seattle dog. And sure as shit, we tried a Seattle dog, and you'd think it would be disgusting.
Yeah.
And it was. But them out there, they love it.
Yeah.
And people talk. As we were walking around, one thing about me is I could talk to anybody. It doesn't matter. I have no problem, conversating. I could talk to a wall. And I was asking everybody, I was like, where's the best Seattle dog? Where's the best Seattle dog? And they'd get so excited when you ask them that because they're like, oh, I know the spot. I know the spot. So after like 8 suggestions, we went to the closest one, and I didn't like it. Maybe it was a texture thing. I don't know. My buddy liked it. My buddy thought it was fucking friggin' awesome.
You ever put a pickle on a hot dog?
For sure, dude.
Yeah.
For sure.
I just went to Hot Dog Johnny's in New Jersey. Are you aware of this place?
Yes.
This is the pinnacle of New Jersey. Like this is one of their staples. Okay.
Yeah.
Hot Dog Johnny's, cash only, freaking peanut butter only, and peanut butter fried hot dogs or whatever it is.
Peanut butter.
Yeah. So what's so unique about it is that they fry it in peanut butter. Like a peanut butter, like oil, like Five Guys.
Okay. Oh, peanut oil. Okay.
Yeah, peanut oil.
Okay.
Sorry, peanut oil.
No, you're okay. Because I thought peanut butter. There's a guy, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but there's a guy down the road. Have you had Chef Mom and Bombs yet?
Yes.
They have that peanut butter burger?
Yep. Smacks.
Yeah.
He was on that show, Next Level Chef.
Oh, yeah. And he also, his mom was telling me he just won a rice cooking.
Jeez, man. The guy's on a tear. I got to get him on a pod. He's going to be a stud, that guy. I mean, his food's amazing. The storefront is wonderful. I just don't go there as often as I should. But with that being said, everyone, that was the tea time session of the day. I'm not going to drink that, but cheers to the air. We're going to get back to it. We're going to start opening some boxes because we got some exciting shit for you, Will. So our exciting shit for you guys from Will. So William, Mr. Snakespeare, where are we getting started here?
We are going to start with a pretty rare and pretty large and pretty cool lizard found in the Philippines. Now, is it okay if I'll keep my mouth like close to the mic, but it's okay if I move it just so I can get a little bit more
No problem at all. No problem at all. Michael, you can even turn up the gain if you need to.
Yeah.
This table?
This guy should be good. Mark, will you just stay close to take this?
All right. So here we go. Show and tell part 1. We have. I know.
ADC. They'll tame.
Uh-huh. Fuck. We got 3 angles, brother. Don't worry about it. Yeah.
This is
that one's your camera.
Down in the Philippines, they get a little bit so closer. They do get a little bit bigger than this. Now, have you ever seen the videos of those little green lizards running across water? Some people call them like Jesus lizards. All right, so these are like the huge cousins of those. And they have their toes, but their toes are actually flat. Okay. So instead of being rounded, if you imagine something dropped like on my finger and it was flat, their toes are flat, and that helps them keep balance when running across water.
So these guys are capable of doing the same thing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And they're a lot bigger, and they look a lot crazier when doing it. And they got these cool like bands on their back. Now, in the reptile world, it's a little similar to birds. Okay. When it comes to breeding. So like birds need to either put on a show with their music, they'll sing songs to woo the woman.
Yeah.
Or they might collect a bunch of things for the nest. Well, similar to mammals, women want the biggest. So these ridges on their back, the male with the largest ridges tend to be the one. That's most of the females, and puts on more of a show.
That tail, like do you know why the fins are different on the tail as compared to the back? Is there a reason for that?
See, that I'm not too sure of. You're going to have to dive way deeper into the history of these things to know. But I do know that both of these, they're also an aquatic lizard. Okay. So I do know it helps them swim. I'm going to imagine that this is some form of like
a fin.
Yeah, like a rudder almost to help propel them while they're swimming to get away from prey and stuff. And they're really cool lizards.
Is that a male or a female?
This is a male. This one's a male. So he's a male. There's another male and then a female. The other male is a lot larger, way more skittish though. And shout out. So most of these animals, these are from Kevin Holzman. Okay. Shout out to Kevin for allowing me to put on a show and tell with some pretty sick animals.
Thank you, Kev. Appreciate you.
Yeah, and they're just a neat lizard, man. And my favorite part about them is their head. They got that little bump on their nose.
I see it. I see it. I was actually looking at it.
And if you look real closely, the mouth, like where the lips are, it almost looks like their mouth's open and they have teeth out. Yeah. And that's an adaptation to make it seem like they're a little bit scarier all the time. So like what's neat about these guys is they almost don't have an aggressive bone in their body. Really? They're not a nipper. They want in captivity when dealing with people. You don't really get bit by these things. They're way sooner to flip and flee and do all that stuff before they do anything like that.
What does he eat?
They'll eat like fruits and they'll eat like bugs and veggies and like stuff like that.
Very cool.
Some people feed them like almost like dog food type style stuff too, wet dog food. Yeah, no, they're cool.
That is very cool. And its natural environment, it would use probably more so wet.
Yeah, they're in the wetlands. They're found by rivers, tropical areas.
It's pretty, man. I'm just looking at its face. Like it's got a very pretty face. It seems well aware of what's going on, man. And it's got a long tail, man. So what do we call that again?
This is a sailfin dragon.
Can I feel its tail?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I just looked at your hand, dude.
Oh yeah. I wasn't even lying, man.
Medic.
And of all the animals we have down here today, there's only one animal that will do a little bit more damage.
And you had given me a little bit of a fun fact that is an animal that was pretty much Godzilla was based off of.
Yeah, basically. So back when the creator was, or when the artist was depicting Godzilla, they used this as one of the main focal points as reference for what he was going to look like. And you could even see it in the head too, a little bit with the original version of Godzilla.
I do see it without a doubt, man. I absolutely love Godzilla. I find it really funny that you brought that, man. Godzilla, the king of the monsters, is the way I look at it, man. He's one of my favorite mythological, is that the word? Creatures, you know. So it's super badass, man. Super badass.
Oh, buddy. Let's get him put away.
All right.
You get there.
Guys, he's got cuts on his arms like like it was a cat. Goodbye, buddy. We love you. Thank you. Getting us all started. Wow.
I don't know if it'll pick
You
up.
need a napkin or anything, or you be all right?
No, I probably run the risk of getting bit or scratched up by something else. I might as well do a cleanup at one time, right?
Yeah, whenever you need it, man. We can honestly break and get you cleaned up. So just let me know.
Yeah, right back into
all right, let's get right back into it. Coming out next, we have Michael. Cameras are all good.
Yeah, let's do that one. We'll do that one. Get that Cobra out here.
Fucking Cobra. I'm gonna move this Arizona that tastes like dog water.
Will you also grab me the hook? So
remind the people what is the purpose of the hook.
So the hook, this is a tool. I should have brought one with me when I came to the original podcast. So this is like one of the most important tools a venomous snake keeper will have. Come in all different sizes. They come in all different tips. This is a rubber one. Main point of a hook is when you're dealing with a venomous snake, you want to keep the head away from you. So you'll grab the snake by the tail. And you use this part and you scoop it and you keep its head away from you. Now, if you go to a zoo, you're going to see zookeepers using these with venomous snakes or nastier snakes, but mostly just venomous snakes. And it's a solid tool. And I got a lot of flack because I didn't like using these. I liked using the 2 hooks God gave me. But anyway, nowadays, I'm a little bit more just whatever, and I'll use the hook. But the snake I'm bringing out next, this is a false water cobra.
False water cobra. Okay.
So what's cool about these things is
this is a Middleman Podcast first, a venomous animal coming out of its captivity.
Now, what's nice about false water cobras is they're rear fanged venom. So front fanged is a fixed fanged, and that has a lot better delivery system for the venom. The venom delivery system on these guys are not as good. They have hollow teeth in the back of their mouth. And with those hollow teeth, they have to chew and grind on the prey.
Yeah.
Now, a fun fact about these false water cobras is they eat their prey alive. So they don't sit there and constrict it to kill it. They don't sit there and wait for the venom to take effect and for the prey to die before swallowing it. These things are the most voracious eaters of any snake that I can think of. Mm-hmm. I used to have a little false water cobra, and it would eat the pinky in like 2 bites, and it's gone. These guys are a semi-aquatic species as well. You can find them in water and marshes. And I'd like to try to get this guy to hood up without getting bit.
What is it like false water cobra? What's the false part about? Is that just what they named it, or?
It's because it has the rear fang. So to be a cobra, almost all cobras are front fanged.
Gotcha.
With her being rear fanged, a little different. Not that the bite wouldn't be gnarly, but I'm trying to get her to hood up. So the cool thing about them is like a regular cobra with that.
Yes.
They do that. However, she's just behaving almost. Great.
No, it's great, man. The undertone of her is pretty unique. I like how she has that unique pattern at the bottom. And how old is this?
This thing's probably about 4 years old, 3 years old. They grow up fast. They get big fast. This thing isn't an adult yet. They'll get about 7-8 feet.
He's trying to rile her up.
Well, usually if you pet their heads, it's enough to make them want to flatten out, and it won't actually stress her out. Maybe she does. But they're cool, man. These are like, if you want a venomous snake without the risk of a venom, like getting a bad bite, this would be a cool snake. Anybody can own this. I would be more than comfortable selling it to you if you were interested. Not this one in particular, obviously.
Just saying.
Yeah, like anybody would be able to keep one of these. If you're a reptile enthusiast and you want a venomous snake without actually the risk of anybody getting hurt or killed, this is an awesome snake to start with. They hood up like cobras, even though you wouldn't believe it with her. And very sturdy, strong animals.
And so you were saying that, her venom takes longer to inject. So she would more so have to chew on you. So even if you got nicked.
Nothing.
You
would have to sit here and let her chew on you for minutes. She would have to chew and chew and chew.
Dude, you're making me want to grab her.
You want to hold it?
I did the last time.
I promise you, man. There you go.
And we're just chilling here. Venomous snake type shit. You know who I am? I am the man in the middle, Kevin Martinez. Extremely nervous right now.
Oh, yeah.
I feel great, man. This is look at that.
That's a nice picture.
That's beautiful. Michael, are you getting this?
That's a nice picture.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much. I'm gonna pass her back to you. See you, princess. I'll see you. Wow. Very cold.
Yeah.
Extremely cold. And that is the second time I felt the snake. All thanks to you, man. That was pretty unique, man. I'm glad I could say I did that.
Oh, that one's scary.
Hey, I will. Hey, listen, mama ain't raised no bitch. You know what I mean? Dude, that is awesome. I'm super ecstatic, man. This is why we are the #1 podcast. We are the podcast of the year. The Middleman of Scranton, the podcast of Scranton, MMP. I am the man in the middle here with Michael, as always, getting it done. Shout out Colo, shout out Nezo. Coming up next.
Let's do, while we're in the South America, let's do the yellow anaconda. If it's the one that's heavy,
wait,
real heavy.
That one. Isn't that one?
No.
Oh, okay. I just saw yellow, so I thought.
One, now, for this one, we're going to want to. This one, This one I might get struck at.
Let's go.
Also bring that back.
So you said southern region, regional wise, like where do we find these guys?
This guy is going to be found in South America. He's
Okay.
going to be found in rivers. It's the cousin to the largest snake in the world. Or I'm sorry, not largest. The heaviest snake in the world. The heaviest snake in the world is a green anaconda, arguably the longest. Depends on who you ask. Some say it's another species of snake, which we'll see today,
Okay.
or the anaconda. But the anaconda is definitely the heaviest snake in the world. Some have been weighed in at over 200 pounds. They are very thick. They're very robust. As soon as they become adults,
Yes.
as soon as they become adults, but as they're becoming adults, they'll spend their entire life in the river, like the Amazon River. If anybody knows anything about the Amazon River, it is full of apex predators. Now, of all the apex predators, green anaconda, king apex.
Really?
Oh, by far,
Brother, there's some monster crocodiles and alligators in there.
and
shit,
an
really?
anaconda will chew them up and poop them out.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Now, this is a yellow anaconda, a little bit smaller cousin.
Okay. Go ahead. Do exactly what you need to do, man. We're at your mercy. You know, you take course. You take the lead. You can. Wow.
So,
Michael's got you, if anything. Wow, mira eso. That shit is fucking fat. She's got this nice little blue hue to herself.
they call that iridescence. So a lot of the bigger pythons and retics, beautiful iridescence, like a rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
So yellow anacondas are heavy. This girl pounds. She's about 5.5, 6 feet long, and she is nasty. So these guys aren't commonly kept in captivity. You're not going to see a ton of people with anacondas as pets.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously their size, not many people.
Yeah.
Many people think that's going to get 200 pounds and almost 20.
Wow, that is massive, my friends. This is impeccable.
But yeah, she's a beautiful snake, and so the yellow anaconda's smaller cousin, they'll probably top out around like 9, 10, 11 feet. She just wants to hide. See,
I see that.
you grab the top. So
Michael's doing his absolute best with this camera work. Good job.
I know whenever you're dealing with animals, man, trust me, I know how hard it is to film, and I appreciate help with it. She seemed to simmer down now.
Yeah.
Got a good look at her. Yellow anacondas, they look the same as the green. Obviously, only differences.
And what's her method of, just taking down a victim or some type of animal?
So they're ambush predators.
Okay.
They'll hide in the same spot for days, weeks, months, waiting for one large prey. Now, when they're adults, they only need to eat once or twice a year.
Really?
Yeah, they'll get one caiman or one fish, and that'll be it. Then they just digest.
Wow. For an entire year. And how old do you think this one is?
This one's about 4 years old. I've seen this snake grow from a baby. Kevin has had this snake's entire life.
Hey, well, thank you, Kevin, for allowing us to do this right now.
But
is that just their nature?
Yeah, so it's not an aggressive. When a snake strikes at you, it's never out of aggression. We're not a prey item to these animals. The snake can look at me and sees that it's not going to be able to swallow. Even an adult anaconda truly would. Even an adult anaconda really wouldn't see us as prey. But it's a defensive strike. She's uncomfortable. They're very nervous, you could say, until they become adults. I'm bigger than it. I'm a predator to it. So it'll give me a warning strike to keep me away from it. It's not because it doesn't like.
Oh, yeah. Look at her open her mouth. Uh-huh.
I'm messing around.
She's a beauty. She really is. I can't believe it, man. That's a massive snake and definitely is heavy. Just bending the stick there with ease.
Big?
Yeah. Wait till you see the other one.
Let's get her put away.
All right, pretty girl. We'll see you later. Oh, yep, she wants to. Yeah, fuck it. I've always wanted to get bitten by a snake. All right. Hey, we're 3 for 3. 3 for 3 so far. We're just gonna leave the table out the way for now. Is that all right?
The next one's gonna be a lot bigger.
Okay.
He should be more calm. However, it take up a lot of space.
All right.
I'm gonna bring this up.
Is there anything you need me to do or just to be aware of before we get into this? Okay. Well, before we pull it out, what do we got here?
So this is the longest snake in the world. This is a reticulated python.
The longest snake in the world.
Do you
know what the largest recorded?
The largest recorded reticulated python was, I believe, in captivity at 28 feet long. Yeah. And the second largest snake, usually anaconda, I think the largest recorded green anaconda is like 18, 19 feet long. Then you got Burmese pythons and whatever, but these guys are absolute monsters. They are extremely huge. There has been reported cases of them eating humans.
Really?
Yes.
Where do we find this type of animal?
You'll find these guys in over in Asia. They're an Asiatic species. And they're actually, so in Florida, we have invasive Burmese pythons.
Mm-hmm, yep.
If you go to Puerto Rico, they have invasive reticulated pythons. Something not native there, and they eat up all the wildlife.
Yeah.
And they work on getting him out.
His tongue is split. Yeah. Aren't they all split? That was kind of a dumb statement, right?
It hurts.
You gotta pull it around your neck. Wow. Non-venomous.
Non-venomous.
Just very aggressive. No.
Relatively sweet. Definitely could cause damage if you wanted to.
Uh-huh.
The snake I was going to bring actually about twice the size of this.
Really? Is that him hissing? Wow. No.
That's just him breathing. But the snake I was going to bring down, probably about 2 or 3 times larger than him. The only reason why I couldn't, it's not a bad snake. It wasn't an aggressive snake. You need. This is probably about as big.
Yeah.
Working with an animal by myself. And a bite from this guy wouldn't be bad. But again, a cat bite.
Really? Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a reticulated python. This is one of the largest snakes in the world. Their diet consists of pigs and boar and
Really?
deer, and in the Everglades, or not the Everglades, I'm sorry, in the wild, documents of them mean deer, human, like I said. There was a lady in a village where a large reticulated python swallowed her. They tried to cut her out of it. Obviously, passed way before they could get it out.
Wow.
But yeah, man, they're beautiful snakes. And this isn't what it looks like in the wild.
Okay.
This is a morph. So last episode, we were talking a little bit about morphs.
Yes.
I can articulate it a little bit better now. So you got homogeneous genes and you got heterogeneous genes. Heterogeneous genes you carry with you, but you don't show them. Homogeneous genes are what you show. So eye color, for example.
Yes.
That's two recessive genes. That's two heterogeneous genes. When you pair them together, it shows. But so this girl, actually not exactly sure what her morph is. So
she's insane, bro.
Reticulated pythons, there's so many. There's probably well over 100 different color variations, patterns that they come in. This one, the reason why I picked her is because she's also one of the most beautiful retics I've seen. I mean, who doesn't love a pink and a yellow and like an off-white, almost pinkish snake. And then her eyes too.
Her eyes are lovely.
I don't know if you can get them. She has blue eyes.
She does have blue eyes.
Which is, again, and the difference between blue eyes, red eyes, and black eyes, $500, $1,000, and $10,000.
Really?
I mean? These retics, they are not cheap. They get very, very expensive. I've had retics that have cost up to like $5,000-$6,000.
Dude, her hissing is insane.
Mm-hmm.
She's active with it. You hear it, Michael?
You got to be strong, to work with these because they just don't stop. But she's also very well behaved. Me and Kevin, we were going through all of the snakes. Well, the big one that we had, it was a great snake. However, it would have been, its head would have been in the corner of that wall.
Really?
So, one of these days we'll do something.
Yeah.
Maybe show you the facility or something like that. And we'll show you some, this girl is.
I got the cameras for it.
Miniature compared to some of these animals. Another thing I'm trying to avoid is I don't want her just sniffing me.
Okay, why is that?
I don't want her. So she knows I'm not prey. She doesn't think of me as prey. Mm-hmm. But after I'm leaving a reptile room, I might smell like a mouse or something, a rabbit or a piglet. And she might have a responsive reaction. Really wouldn't be that.
Yeah.
If these snakes were as scary as they thought I would.
Mm-hmm. With ease too, man. You're handling that extremely well. She's extremely active, and I just love her tongue, man. She's definitely looking around and trying to see what's going on.
Yeah, that's just her taking in her environment, seeing what's going on. Smells. Before we leave, we got a picture. I'll throw around our necks.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I would love that.
We'll do that.
I would love that.
At the end, we'll get a picture.
Yeah, I'm not gonna handle her right now. I'd fumble the bag.
All right, let's get that box back over here.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin, once again for allowing these animals to be here, and thank you, William, for giving us a representation of everything here and handling it as a true professional. We are not WWE, but we will tell you, don't try this at home. All right. Oop, around the leg. Oh, yeah. Is she getting tight on you?
Oh, no.
Working with animals, you never know how it's going to go. So it might take 20 minutes to put them away. It might take 10, So just keeping them calm and in their element is key. Wonderful. All right, watch your head. There you go. You're good.
It's like a workout, man, with some of these snakes.
Yeah.
Honest to God, it's like carrying 30 pounds on your neck. All right, the next animal.
Before we get into this next animal, bro, I just want to recap on our first go around. The green bush vipers. Are you still
No, I don't keep. Right now, the only thing that I have at my place is I might have spoken about it on the last episode. I don't recall, but my buddy Brandon, you remember Brandon? He was here on the last show with the tarantulas.
Yeah, Mr. Tarantula, yep.
He has a Protobothrops manxinesis. It's a Mangshan viper, right? And this snake was captively bred and born in Germany. We imported it from Germany to Florida to us. It was a very, very expensive animal. And it is found on this mountain in China, the Mang Mountain. And this species was only discovered, I believe, in 1994 or 1996. So the snake has only been around as long as, it's been around, but as far as science is concerned, it's only been around, or spoke about for 27, 28,
31,
somewhere around there, right? And they're very rare. And the last survey done on them was in 2016. And they estimated the numbers to be anywhere between 300 and 500 left in the entire wild.
Really?
Now, by, just following popular trends, I'm going to imagine that the number is dramatically less.
Yeah.
Why
was the number so small? Were they endangered by what?
It could be a number of things. However, you can't really come up with an idea because we don't know what their numbers were prior to 1994. So it could just be an offshoot of Bothrops. It could have just followed a different evolutionary line and just maintain low numbers in a small isolated area. Mm-hmm. They may have flourished, and the only reason they were discovered is they were putting wires up a mountain, and the workers stumbled upon this animal. They called in scientists, and that's when it was first documented and all that stuff. And so now there's I just guessing, and what the heck do I know? I'm gonna probably say there's probably around like 200 to maybe 300 left in the wild, so extremely endangered. So we recently, he recently acquired that, and we set it up. Now there'll be conversations in the future with, for example, the San Diego Zoo. Yeah. There's only, as far as private keepers go, there's not many private keepers that are going to have that. From the price of it alone, it's not something that someone would just get. But there's a couple of zoos in the recent years who have been successful breeding them in captivity. To my knowledge, no one has bred them and seen it through in the private sector yet. And I believe the San Diego Zoo and maybe, don't quote me, but maybe the Brooklyn Zoo might have been successful in breeding them. Very hard snake to take care of. They're found on a very cold mountain. Most snakes aren't found in the cold.
Yeah, that's odd.
And their diet consists mostly of birds. They're an ambush predator as well. But so I have that, and I have a chameleon. I have some geckos. I have some other, little odds and ends, and but we're in the works right now. We're going to be adding in some. I just got my own place out in Old Forge, and I have this very nice attic. A very nice. I mean, I don't even want to call it an attic. More of like a bedroom or whatever you want to call it. Don't matter. But it is going to be the perfect location for the rest of the animals. That's set up nice. We're going to get working on some cool things,
Yeah, let's link up and let's get into no, I want to come to a reptile room at the very least with you, man.
Yeah, absolutely,
that'd be really cool.
Dude, even if you wanted to, we could even make a trip out of it. We could visit some people or some friends that I'm relatively local with.
We can make a whole day out of it, dog. I give you a whole vlog in itself because we are still vlogging.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay.
And now we got an Insta360, so we're changing the game, baby boy. We changing the game. So last but not least, correct?
Yes.
Last but not least, when you told me about this guy, I was like, I don't know about that one, Will.
I don't know about this one either. This one, if it snaps, you're gonna hear it. Now Now, like I said, I'm a snake guy. You know, I've picked up some of the deadliest. I have picked up the deadliest snakes in the world, drop for drop. It's only 2.5 feet, maybe it's pushing 3 feet, just a 3-foot lizard. You know, I'm not afraid of lizards, but this one strikes some fear into me. This one is going to be a little bit slower to get out. I got to work on its time here, and I even have a little trick for it.
And here we go. Oh, good morning. It's moving in there. Everyone hold your feet, hold your horses. For here we have a Middleman Podcast first. Please welcome to the stage a Cayman. Very feisty.
Mark, if he were to jump out, what I need you to do is use that as a bear.
Watch your feet. Easy. All right. This takes time.
And also, it's not me flinching. It's me avoiding.
No, I hear you, bro. You can flinch all you want. No one's judging you here. Wow, what an aggressive beast.
See that? He pushed my dummy. Almost got me on that one.
Almost got you. Yeah, I think this is an important time to remind you all that the Middleman Podcast is taking bookings. So if you are a creator, a musician, an artist, a journalist, a entrepreneur, we are actively looking for more guests to continue this wonderful season that we have planned for you guys on the road to episode 200, starting out with episode 151 with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. William Snakespeare, as we deal with this Cayman who is giving him a hard fucking time.
Once I do that.
That's a trick. Wow.
And so this is a smooth-fronted Cayman. This would be prey to a green or yellow anaconda.
Interesting. How old?
This is a young one. This is probably only, I don't know, give or take, maybe about a year and a half. They don't get big. They're smaller as far as crocodilians are concerned. So Caymans are small. They eat fish mostly. Occasionally, if they grab a mammal, they'll eat it.
So this is a crocodile.
Cayman.
Cayman.
So you have 4 different. I don't want to butcher this. I'm not a crocodilian guy, but so technically it's a crocodilian.
Okay.
With alligators are crocodilians, caimans, and crocodiles, and there's a 4th one, and they're called the gharials. Those are the ones that have the very thin snouts. If you ever seen them.
Yep.
So caimans tend to stay smaller. This guy will max out about 4.5, 5 feet. They're strong as the day is long. I'll tell you what. And they don't calm down. They're nasty. Nasty. This one is a smooth fronted. There's another one called Cuviers. The Cuviers are red. I'm gonna adjust it. But a lot of people tend to try to keep these in captivity because there's a wow factor to them. You know, there's very, very few people who have what it takes. Like Kevin, who owns this, he has an entire room dedicated just to this little guy.
Really?
You know what I mean? An entire room dedicated. So a lot of people at those expos, they'll grab an alligator for $100, $120 because they sell like hotcakes because most people go down to Florida and pick them out of the water up and sew them. But no one's going to actually be able to keep them.
Yeah, they're pretty hard to maintain and keep alive, man. That's insane. Have you ever been bit by it?
By this guy? No. I avoid this end more than I would end on almost. Now, despite its small size, this thing will take a finger clear off my hand in a heartbeat. It would be nothing for this thing to take.
Those teeth are rigid and sharp, man.
And what it is the best part about their teeth is I don't want to say they don't break, but if this thing bit my finger and started spinning,
it's over.
It's not losing any of its teeth. It's going to just sit there and spin. But they are beautiful. And, you know, with time and effort, you know, they'll tame down. Kevin does a beautiful job with his animals.
Heard you talking shit about Kevin.
They'll calm down with age. And by the time this thing's an adult, you'll be able to run right up. A lot of people who do a good job with these animals, they become dogs.
Okay.
Honestly, you could pick them up, put them right next to you. You hear that call?
I do.
That's it calling for its. Sounds like a little laser. Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you. Get it on the mic. Camera shy. Right? Of course. Might have caught it.
Well, they always look like they're real happy, though. Yeah, they're beautiful animals.
You want me to put that blanket back in there for you?
I'm going to put the blanket on after.
Got it.
The whole point of that, too, is to try to keep her calm.
We got it.
Okay.
Well, goodbye, princess. Wow.
Close one.
Well, what a fucking show you put on, my man.
What can I say, man? When you invite me down, I want to do my best. You know, last time I had some cool animals down, but I felt like I was missing something, you know? We needed more hands-on stuff, more stuff to get out there, and it's fun. It's always fun working with these animals, you know what I mean?
It's a pleasure having you here as always, man.
Dude, it was a blast. I was so excited when you hit me up. Honest to God, I was so excited to come down here and do this again. I was like, you know, that first show, I was terribly nervous. We started the last show. We got about a minute and a half in, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, we need to do a redo. We need to do a redo.
Yeah, I do remember that. I was like, oh, run it back.
I was so nervous the last time we were down here, but it's nice to come back down here, be comfortable, you know, and be able to see an old friend. I mean, Jesus, it's been 2 years besides a few times we saw each other.
But it's like time has never passed, man. No. And that's the beauty of it, man. That's the beauty of the authenticity of this platform, of the conversations we have off camera, on camera. Man, it's always real, never faked, man. So I can't thank you enough for opening up 2026, for opening up season 4 of the Middleman Podcast with an exciting display of unique things that we had here, man. It was an absolute pleasure, man. I'm looking forward. Michael's got you some bandages here for your bloody hand, man. But
you see that? I think got me good, man.
I think they're gonna. Yeah, that one got you good, man. But you know, man, it was an absolute pleasure, man. And I'm grateful for you to be here, man, and for everyone watching. You know, before we get off the air, you know, I'd love to give the floor to my guests. So if there's anything that you want to say for the people watching at home or closing statements, the time is now.
I don't have anything crazy to say, and not to get too deep. Just try in your day-to-day life. If you hear someone's passionate about someone, don't ever try to take that away. One of the biggest thing that kills me is I hate when someone's really interested or passionate about something, and then you'll see someone mock it or say why or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So if you ever hear somebody excited to you to talk about something they're passionate about, even if you don't care, just pretend like you do. It's free to make someone's day. Nothing crazy.
I like that, man. Well said, man. Will, it's been an absolute pleasure, man. You fucking started off 2026. You opened up the show again. We're talking MW flooring. You guys need your flooring done. You know who to contact. You guys want to have a great experience with some exotic animals. Talk to my guy, Will, here. He's well-trained. He's all about safety. And, you know, Michael, Colo, Nezzo, and I are grateful to be back. For I am the man in the middle, Kevin Martinez, signing out. Peace.